What if the most powerful military on Earth didn't lose because it was weaker, but because it was fighting the wrong war? In the 1960s, the United States entered Vietnam with overwhelming confidence. The world's most advanced military, superior firepower, cutting-edge technology. On paper, this should have been a quick win, but it wasn't. Instead, it became one of the most controversial and painful chapters in American history. So what really went wrong? Let's break it down. It started with a theory, the Domino Theory. U.S. leaders believed if Vietnam fell to communism, other countries in Southeast Asia would follow, like dominoes. That fear pulled America deep into a conflict thousands of miles away. By 1965, over 180,000 U.S. troops were deployed. By 1968, that number surged to more than 500,000. But here's the problem. This wasn't a conventional war. There were no clear front lines, no identifiable battlefield. The enemy, the Viet Cong, blended into villages, jungles, and civilian life. They knew the terrain. They controlled the pace. They fought a guerrilla war. Hit, run, disappear, again and again. Meanwhile, American troops relied on heavy firepower, bombings, napalm, search and destroy missions. Tactically powerful, but strategically flawed. Because destroying territory didn't mean controlling it. And every civilian casualty, that wasn't just collateral damage. It pushed more locals toward the enemy. Then came the turning point, the Tet Offensive. Thousands of coordinated attacks across South Vietnam, including the U.S. Embassy in Saigon. Militarily, the U.S. eventually pushed back, but psychologically, it was a shock. Americans had been told the war was nearly won, but suddenly, it didn't look that way. Not even close. Back home, the mood shifted fast. Television brought the war into living rooms. Images of destruction, casualties, uncertainty. Protests erupted across the country. Students, veterans, families. People started asking, why are we even here? Inside the government, cracks were forming too. Leaked documents, later known as the Pentagon Papers, revealed something troubling. Leaders knew the war was far more complex and far less winnable than they publicly admitted. Trust began to collapse. And here's the real turning point most people overlook. The war wasn't just being fought in Vietnam, it was being fought in American minds. Morale dropped, support faded, political pressure skyrocketed. Even with massive bombing campaigns like Operation Rolling Thunder, the North Vietnamese didn't break. Why? Because for them, this wasn't just a war, it was a fight for independence. They were willing to endure losses that the U.S. simply couldn't justify. By the early 1970s, the U.S. began withdrawing troops. In 1973, a peace agreement was signed. But 2 years later, in 1975, Saigon fell. Vietnam was unified under communist control. So why did the U.S. lose? Not because of lack of strength, but because of a misunderstanding of the enemy, a war strategy that didn't fit the battlefield, and a loss of support back home. In the end, the United States didn't just lose a war in Vietnam, it lost control of the narrative. And once that happens, no amount of power can win it back. Because sometimes, the hardest battles aren't fought with weapons, they're fought with perception, belief, and truth. Was the Vietnam War unwinnable from the start? Did media coverage change the outcome or reveal the truth? Could a different strategy have led to victory? Or was the real mistake getting involved at all?